You wake up as a blue whale, the largest animal ever. Your heart alone weighs as much as a small car. Your tongue weighs more than an elephant. An artery in your body is wide enough for a child to swim through. You are about to become the largest animal that has ever existed on Earth. Bigger than any dinosaur. Bigger than anything that has ever walked, flown, or swum. But right now, you are just a calf. And you are drowning. You wake up in darkness. Not the darkness of night. The darkness of an ocean. Cold water surrounds you. You don't know where the surface is. You don't know where the bottom is. You only know that you need air. Your body moves upward, faster, higher, until suddenly, you break through the surface. You breathe, and the world changes. Light, wind, endless water. Then you hear something beside you, a deep vibration moving through the ocean. Your mother, she is enormous, and somehow, you are still small beside her. At birth, you already weighed as much as a fully grown hippo. In a few years, you will outweigh 30 elephants combined. You stay close, because you have no idea where to go. You don't know how to feed. You don't know how to migrate. You don't know what waits beneath the surface. All you know is to follow her. Your first months are a race against time. You drink milk, and you drink a lot of it. Over 400 liters a day. Every day, your body grows by nearly 90 kilograms. Every single day. Your muscles become stronger. Your lungs become larger. Your tail becomes powerful enough to move your entire body through the water. But the ocean doesn't care how fast you grow. You still have to survive it. And your mother begins taking you farther away. The warm waters where you were born disappear behind you. The journey begins. There is no land ahead, no path, no destination you can see, just blue. You swim beside your mother for days. Sometimes the ocean is perfectly calm. Sometimes waves rise above your back. Sometimes you dive and the sunlight disappears. You are entering a world where distance means nothing. A place so enormous that even the largest animal alive can become invisible. Then your mother dives. You follow. And beneath you, the ocean comes alive. Millions of tiny bodies fill the water. Krill. Almost nothing individually. A single krill weighs less than a paperclip. But together, they form a living cloud weighing millions of tons. Your mother opens her mouth, and suddenly, the ocean rushes inside. In one gulp, she can swallow more calories than a human eats in an entire month. Water, krill, everything in front of her. Then her mouth closes. Her tongue pushes the water out. The food remains. You watch, then you try. Your first attempt is clumsy, but you try again, and again. Soon, you understand. You don't chase your food. You become a net, the largest mouth on Earth, feeding on some of the smallest creatures in the ocean. You grow, and grow, and grow. Your body stretches beyond 30 meters, longer than 3 school buses end to end. Your weight climbs past 150 tons. You become larger than anything that has ever walked on land, including the biggest dinosaurs ever discovered. But your strength comes with a strange weakness. You need enormous amounts of food, nearly 4 tons of krill every single day. And that food is not everywhere, so you follow it. Thousands of kilometers, year after year. Your life becomes a rhythm: feed, travel, breathe, dive, return. And somewhere along the way, you stop being a calf. You become a giant. But the ocean is not empty. One day, you hear something different. Clicks, calls, movement, orcas. They are smaller than you, much smaller, but they are fast, and they work together. They circle, they test you, they search for weakness. You turn, you dive, You use the only advantage you have, your size. Your tail strikes the water. The ocean explodes around you. Eventually, the pod moves away. You survive. But now you understand something. Even the largest animal alive can be hunted. There are times when you travel alone, for hours, sometimes days. You see no other whale, but the ocean is never silent. You stop and listen. A sound travels through the darkness, deep, low, almost impossible to hear from above the surface. Another blue whale. Your call can travel over 1,000 kilometers underwater, farther than the length of California. You cannot see it, but you know it is there. You answer. Your voice travels through the water. Then you wait. The ocean is so vast that sound becomes your way of finding one another. A voice can cross distances you could never swim in a single day. And suddenly, you don't feel completely alone. Years have passed. You no longer follow her. One day, you simply don't. You choose your own direction, your own feeding grounds, your own migrations, and you realize she is gone. The whale who taught you how to breathe, how to feed, how to travel, how to survive. Now you are alone. But you are not helpless. You are enormous. You know the ocean, and you have learned its rhythm. You dive deeper, over 500 meters down. You travel farther. You stay underwater longer, up to 30 minutes on a single breath. The little calf that once struggled to reach the surface has become the largest animal on Earth. Then the seasons change. The feeding grounds begin to empty. So you leave. Again. Thousands of kilometers of open ocean. You travel beneath storms, past coastlines, through waters you have crossed before. Sometimes you travel alone. Sometimes you hear distant voices. But you never stop. Because your body demands food, and the ocean keeps moving. You follow, until warm water appears again. The place where another part of your life begins. But the ocean you return to is not exactly the same. The water is warmer, the currents are changing. The places where krill gather can shift, and above you, ships cross the same waters. You hear engines, you feel vibrations. You rise toward the surface, and suddenly there is steel above you. You are powerful, but you cannot turn quickly. You are too large. And sometimes, the greatest danger in the ocean is not another animal. It's us. Ship strikes are one of the leading causes of death for large whales today. But you keep going, because that's what your kind has always done. Rise, breathe, dive, feed, migrate, return, again and again, until one day you are old. Your body is slower, your dives become shorter. The ocean feels different. You rise one final time. Your head breaks the surface. You take a breath, the deepest breath of your life. Then you sink down into the darkness. The surface disappears above you. Your body becomes part of the ocean. Small creatures arrive. Life feeds on what remains. A single whale fall can support an entire ecosystem on the ocean floor for decades, and eventually, the giant is gone. But the ocean keeps what you left behind. Somewhere far away, another whale is being born. A tiny calf beside an enormous mother. It doesn't know the distance ahead. It doesn't know about storms, or orcas, or ships. It doesn't know how large it will become. It only knows one thing. It needs air, so it rises. The surface approaches. Light appears. The calf breaks through and takes its first breath. The same breath you once took. Because the largest animal ever to live doesn't begin as a giant. It begins as a baby beside its mother. And beneath the endless blue, the cycle starts again. Rise, breathe, dive, disappear. And somewhere in the darkness, A voice begins to sing,